You don't go silent because you don't care. You go silent because something inside you cares too much and doesn't feel safe being seen. It's not coldness. It's not indifference. It's a shutdown that happens so fast, even you don't fully understand it. One moment you're there, present, feeling everything. And the next, it's like a door quietly closes inside you. No words, no reactions, just distance. And people misread it. They think you're ignoring them, punishing them, being dramatic. But the truth is darker than that. Picture this. You're in the middle of a conversation. Something small shifts. A tone, a word, a look. It shouldn't hurt that much, but it does. You feel it instantly, a tightness in your chest. Your thoughts start racing, but your mouth doesn't move. You want to explain, to say something real, but instead, you go quiet. Later, you replay it all, every word, every pause. You think of what you should have said. You feel the weight of everything you didn't. And the silence? It follows you. It lingers longer than the moment itself. Here's what's really happening. That silence isn't random. It's not weakness. It's a pattern. A response your mind learned for a reason. Because what looks like withdrawal on the outside is actually protection on the inside. And once you understand the 5 hidden mechanisms behind it, something clicks. You stop seeing yourself as too much or too sensitive and start seeing the deeper intelligence behind your reactions. Number 1. You associate expression with risk. Somewhere along the way, speaking up didn't feel safe. Maybe your emotions were dismissed. Maybe your honesty was used against you. So your system adapted. Now, when you feel hurt, your brain doesn't say, express this. It says, protect this. Silence becomes your shield, not because you don't have words, but because your words feel dangerous. You're not bad at communication. You're highly aware of its consequences. And that's where it gets complicated. Number 2. Your nervous system goes into quiet shutdown. This isn't just emotional, it's biological. When something hurts you, your system can shift into a freeze response. Not fight, not flight. Freeze. Your body slows. Your voice disappears. Your mind fogs. It's like your system hits a mute button to reduce overload. Imagine a circuit breaker flipping off to prevent a fire. That's what your silence is doing. You're not ignoring the situation. You're regulating it the only way your system knows how. But here's the part people miss. Number 3. You feel more than you can process in real time. When you get hurt, it's rarely just about the moment. It connects to layers, past memories, old patterns, unspoken fears. So while others react quickly, you're processing something deeper, something heavier. It's like trying to answer a simple question while 100 tabs are open in your mind. You're not slow to respond. You're overwhelmed by the depth of what you're feeling. And because you can't untangle it instantly, silence becomes the pause you need. But that pause, it often gets misunderstood. Number 4. You protect the relationship by saying nothing. This one sounds backwards, but it's real. Sometimes you go silent not to create distance, but to prevent damage. You're aware that if you speak while hurt, your words might come out sharp, emotional, or misdirected. So instead, you hold them back. You choose silence over saying something you can't take back. Like holding a fragile glass instead of dropping it in anger. You're not withdrawing to hurt them. You're restraining yourself to protect them. And yet, that restraint has a cost. Number 5. You've learned that your needs might not be met anyway. This is the quiet belief underneath it all, that even if you explain, they won't fully understand. Even if you open up, it won't change anything. So your mind asks, why bother? Silence becomes a way of conserving energy, of avoiding disappointment before it happens. You're not emotionless. You're selectively expressive. And this is where everything comes together. Here's the beautiful contradiction. You go silent not because you feel less, but because you feel more than most people realize. You're both deeply expressive inside and incredibly restrained outside. You're the person who notices everything, feels everything, but reveals almost nothing in the moment. It's a quiet intensity, a storm that doesn't announce itself, a depth that doesn't beg to be understood, but still hopes someone will. And that duality? That's not weakness. That's emotional complexity most people never develop. But there's a line you have to be careful with, because sometimes this silence stops protecting you and starts isolating you. When every hurt turns into withdrawal, you don't just avoid conflict, you also block connection. People can't respond to what they don't see. They can't understand what you don't express. So the goal isn't to force yourself to react instantly. It's to slowly build a bridge between what you feel and what you allow yourself to say. Even if it starts small. Even if it's just, I need a moment, but this mattered to me. Because your voice doesn't have to disappear just because you're hurt. And maybe that's the shift. Not becoming louder, but becoming a little more visible in the moments that matter. Because your silence was never emptiness. It was protection. But you don't always have to protect yourself by disappearing. Sometimes you can stay. So let me ask you something. When you get hurt, are you more team silence or team confrontation? And if this hit deeper than expected, you'll want to understand what happens next. How overthinking after silence quietly rewires your relationships in ways you don't even notice.